Dear students, welcome to the ninth session of auditing subject. Today in this class, we'll be learning about preparation to be done by the auditor before commencement of audit plan and audit program to be prepared by the auditor. Effective execution of any audit work requires appropriate planning and a well-designed audit program. For this effective audit planning and designing of appropriate audit program, the auditor must prepare himself before the commencement of his audit work. ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಆಡಿಟ್ ಸಕ್ಸಸ್ಫುಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಇಫೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಆಗಿ ಆಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಆಡಿಟರ್ ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಒಂದು ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಆಡಿಟ್ ಪ್ಲಾನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಆಡಿಟ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಅನ್ನ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಬಟ್ ಈ ಆಡಿಟ್ ಪ್ಲಾನ್ ಅಥವಾ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಅನ್ನ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಮೊದಲು ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ಸ್ಗಳನ್ನು ನಾವು ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ ಫಾರ್ ಅನ್ ಆಡಿಟರ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ಪರ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಇನ್ ಎ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಎಫಿಷಿಯಂಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾನರ್. he should take the following steps. First step here is to receive an appointment letter. ಒಂದು ಲೆಟರ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಅವನು ನನ್ನ ನೇಮಕ ಮಾಡಿದಂತಹ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ ಪಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. ಕಂಪನಿ ಅಂತ ಆದ್ರೆ ಕಂಪನಿಯ ಆನ್ಯುವಲ್ ಜನರಲ್ ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಶೇರ್ ಹೋಲ್ಡರ್ಸ್ ಆಡಿಟರ್ ಅನ್ನ ಅಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ಯುವಲ್ ಜನರಲ್ ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ ವರೆಗೆ. ಈ ಆಡಿಟರ್ ಅಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಲೆಟರ್ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದ ನಂತರ ಆ ಲೆಟರ್ ನಲ್ಲಿರುವ ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ಸ್ಗಳನ್ನು ನೋಡಿ ತನ್ನ ಆಡಿಟ್ ವರ್ಕ್ನ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮುಂದಿನ ಕಾರ್ಯಯೋಜನೆಯನ್ನು ಹಾಕೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. The second step is about knowing the scope of duties. In case of a statutory audit, the auditor has to perform as per the statute. Statute ಏನು ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ ಆ ಪ್ರಕಾರವೇ ಅವನ ಕೆಲಸ ಕಾರ್ಯಗಳು ಅಥವಾ scope of the work, depth of the work will be determined. However, if it is a private audit, then the auditor should discuss with his client about his area of auditing work. ಯಾವ ಏರಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಆಡಿಟಿಂಗ್ ಅನ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೊರಟಿದಾರೋ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಲೈಂಟ್ನ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಏನು ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಅರಿತುಕೊಂಡು ತನ್ನ ಕಾರ್ಯ ವ್ಯಾಪ್ತಿಯನ್ನ ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಅಸರ್ಟೈನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ನೇಚರ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್. ಸೊ ಯಾವುದೇ ಆಡಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ಸಿಗೆ ಅದರದೇ ಆದ ಕಾರ್ಯವೈಖರಿ ಕಾರ್ಯಶೈಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಈಚ್ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಆಪರೇಟ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಓನ್ ಸ್ಟಾನ್ಸ್, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಓನ್ ಸ್ಟೈಲ್, and each business nature is different. For example, a service industry operates differently from a manufacturing sector or a trading sector. Even in service industry, medical industry uh, operates in a different way compared to cosmetical and beauty related services. If you talk about air conditioning business or business related to services like motor services, etc., they are services different when compared to services like a professional, maybe lawyers, or it may be law firm, or it may be accounting firm. Their services are different. So as nature of business varies, it is important for the auditor to know about the nature of the business, because unless he understands fully about the nature of the enterprise, he will not be able to gain the knowledge of its activities, and he will not be able to familiarize himself. So the next objective will be familiarizing himself. ಅವನು ತನ್ನನ್ನು ತಾನು ಎಕ್ವೈಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು ಯಾವ್ದ್ರೊಟ್ಟಿಗೆ, ಆ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ನೇಚರ್ ಏನು, ಆ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬ್ರಾಂಚಸ್ ಯಾವ್ದಿದಾವೆ, ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಾಕ್ಷನ್, ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ನಡೆಸ್ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಅವನು ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್. The fourth step is knowledge of the organization structure in the client's business. ಕ್ಲೈಂಟ್ನ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯ ಹೈರಾರ್ಕಿ ಇದೆ, ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಹೇಗಿದೆ, ಟಾಪ್, ಮಿಡಲ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಲೋವರ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯ ಹೈರಾರ್ಕಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಹೂ ಟೇಕ್ಸ್ ಡಿಸಿಷನ್, ಹೂ ಇಸ್ ದ ಫಾಲೋವರ್, ಹೂ ಇಸ್ ದ ಲೀಡರ್, ಹೂ ಇಸ್ ದ ಅಥಾರಿಟಿ, ಹೂ ಇಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ದ ಕಾಂಪಿಟೆನ್ಸ್, ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಆಯಾಯ ಅಥಾರಿಟಿಯಿಂದಲೇ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಡಾಕ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಪಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುವ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಬಂದಾಗ ಅಂಥವರನ್ನ ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡುವಂತಹ ನಾಲೆಡ್ಜ್ ಆಡಿಟರಿಗೆ ಇರಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಹಿ ನೀಡ್ಸ್ ಟು ನೋ ದ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್. ಅದೊಂದು ಕಂಪನಿ ಫಾರ್ಮಾ, ಅದೊಂದು ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ಶಿಪ್ಪಾ, ಲಿಮಿಟೆಡ್ ಲಯಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ಶಿಪ್ ಫರ್ಮಾ, ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅದು ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಇದೆ ಆ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಕನ್ಸರ್ನ್ ಅದು ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು he will have to approach his audit. The next is about obtaining the list of principal officers. ಆ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡುವಂತಹ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಆಫೀಸರ್ಸ್, ಅತ್ಯುನ್ನತ ಹುದ್ದೆಗಳನ್ನು ಅಲಂಕರಿಸುವ ಅಥವಾ ಅತಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಹುದ್ದೆಗಳನ್ನು ಅಲಂಕರಿಸಿರುವ ಆಫೀಸರ್ಸ್ನ ಲಿಸ್ಟನ್ನು ಪಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅವರ ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸನ್ನು ಅವನು ಪಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ವೆನ್ ದ ಆಡಿಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಆನ್, ಹಿ ನೀಡ್ಸ್ ಟು ಟೇಕ್ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್, ಹಿ ನೀಡ್ಸ್ ಟು ವೆರಿಫೈ, ಹಿ ನೀಡ್ಸ್ ಟು ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನ್, ಹಿ ನೀಡ್ಸ್ ಟು ಸೀಕ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲನೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದೀಸ್ ಪೀಪಲ್. So it is very important he obtains the list of the principal officers so that he will gain the knowledge about the area and extent of authority each one of them is going to have. Then it's about knowledge of internal check and internal audit enforced in the client's business. Clients na business setup nalli ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ಚೆಕ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ವೆದರ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಎಫಿಷಿಯಂಟ್, ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಮೆಕ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ ಇದೆ, ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ಆಡಿಟ್ ಇದೆಯಾ, ಹೂ ಇಸ್ ದ ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ಆಡಿಟರ್, ಹೌ ಹಿ ವೆರಿಫೈಸ್, ಹೌ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆಂಟ್ಲಿ ದೇ ಡೂ ದ ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ಆಡಿಟ್, ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ಚೆಕ್ ಮೆಕ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ ಹೇಗೆ ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಅವನ ಆಡಿಟ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿಯನ್ನು ಪ್ಲಾನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. The next one is about knowledge of the system of accounting employed. Which type of an accounting system is employed in the organization, whether they follow the mercantile system or whether they follow manual system of accounting, whether they follow computerized accounting system, how do they record their business accounts, is what is going to help, because it will help him in understanding which type of a technical aspect he should pay attention upon while going for an audit. Next is about obtaining the list of books of accounts. Various books of accounts are maintained by the organization. ಎಲ್ಲ ರೀತಿಯ ಲೆಜರ್ ಬುಕ್ಸು, ಎಲ್ಲ ರೀತಿಯ ರಿಸಿಪ್ಟ್ ಬುಕ್ಸು, what are been used in the organization shall be required in the course of planning the audit. So only when he gets all these data, it will help him in planning his audit program. Next is about important documents such as prospectus, preliminary contracts, previous auditor's report, then about the preliminary documents, setting up registration certificates, etc. The copies will be helpful so that he will be able to understand the nature of accounts, areas where he requires to employ detailed checking, where he can use a particular type of a technique of audit can be chalked out based upon these documents. Then if he has been appointed instead of a ಎಕ್ಸಿಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಆಡಿಟರ್, ಒಬ್ಬ ಎಕ್ಸಿಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಆಡಿಟರ್ ತೆಗೆದು ಹಾಕಿ ರಿಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಹೊಸ ಆಡಿಟರ್ ನೇಮಕ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ, he must know about the previous auditor. He needs to communicate before even he accepts the work of this new audit. He should follow the professional etiquette required to be followed by him as per Chartered Accountancy Act, Accountants Act 1949. He shall communicate to the previous auditor as to see what was, if he has any objections about the appointment of the new auditor, and then he shall take up this audit work, and what was the reason for the change of the previous auditor is also has to be inquired into. Then the client needs to be given instructions. So once he has once he has got all this information, he has to give the instructions to the client about when the account should be finalized and kept ready for the audit, and what are the schedules required to be prepared by the business for final accounts to be prepared, and what are the schedules in which the auditor will be visiting the client, and how they need to be prepared themselves for the audit work. These are the instructions the auditor has to give. Once the instructions are given, the further planning activity of audit work has to be done. It is done into is planned by distributing the work. So an audit plan and audit program needs to be prepared by the auditor. ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಆಡಿಟ್ ಪ್ಲಾನ್ ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಆಡಿಟ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಅನ್ನ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಕೆಲಸ ಆಡಿಟರ್ ಅದು. So what is an audit plan? Audit plan is nothing but an overall audit strategy. ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ಆಡಿಟ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿಯನ್ನ, ಈ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ನ ಆಡಿಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೊರಡುವಾಗ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟೀಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರಿಂದ ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿಸ್ತೇವೆ, ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯ ಟೆಕ್ನಿಕ್ಸನ್ನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ, ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯ ಪ್ರೊಸೀಜರ್ಸನ್ನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡುವಂಥ ಕೆಲಸಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಆಡಿಟ್ ಪ್ಲಾನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. ಸೊ ಆಡಿಟ್ ಪ್ಲಾನಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ ನೆಸೆಸರಿ ಫಾರ್ ಎಫಿಷಿಯಂಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಆಡಿಟ್. ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಮೇನ್ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಡಿಟ್ ಪ್ಲಾನಿಂಗ್? The main objective of audit planning is to ensure that the auditing work is conducted efficiently and profitably. ಮಾಡಿದಂಥ ಆಡಿಟ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಎಫಿಷಿಯೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಮತ್ತು ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟೇಬ್ಲಿ ಲಾಭದಾಯಕವಾಗಿರಬೇಕು. ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಲಾಭದಾಯಕ? ಕ್ಲೈಂಟಿಗೂ ಆಡಿಟರಿಗೂ ಇಬ್ಬರಿಗೂ ಲಾಭದಾಯಕವಾಗಿರಬೇಕು. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಆಡಿಟ್ ಪ್ಲಾನ್ ಈಸ್ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಡ್ ಟು ಎನ್ಶೋರ್ ಹೈ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಡಿಟ್ ವರ್ಕ್. ಆಡಿಟ್ ವರ್ಕ್ನ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ಬಹಳ ಅತ್ಯುತ್ತಮವಾಗಿರಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಆಡಿಟ್ ಪ್ಲಾನ್ ಬೇಕು. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ if there is any sort of negligence, there is a risk of litigation, there is a risk of liabilities being claimed against the auditor ತುಂಬಾ ಕೇರ್ಫುಲ್ ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ if he is found negligent, he will be liable to damages. He will be liable for different damages claimed by even the third party sometimes. Hence it is very important that the audit is carefully planned so as to ensure that correct number of staff, appropriate level of seniority will be available when they are required. So audit plan nalli you should also plan how many number of people are going to work. So auditor himself, chartered accountant himself doesn't go everywhere. He sends his audit team. In that team we will have senior audit assistants, junior audit assistants, experienced ones. A good combination of seniors, juniors will help the audit to be done more effectively. And if the audit is very large, then he must also plan for the time of this particular audit. So how he is going to approach this audit, whether it's going to be continuous basis or whether he will take on an interim basis during the year. This is what he has to plan. He needs to also, with a good audit plan, he will be able to approach his audit better. He will be able to seek the support of the chief finance officers or audit accountants of the organization, and thereby take their support in smooth and efficient performance of the audit. He should consider certain things before he plans for an audit. He must see what is the statutory requirement under this assignment, because that is compulsory. He has to adhere to it and he has to follow it. ಸೊ ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಲೀಗಲ್ ಅಥವಾ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಟ್ಯೂಟರಿ ಕಂಪ್ಲೈನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆಯಾ, ಅದು ಯಾವುದು, ಅದನ್ನು ಹೇಗೆ ಮಾಡುವಂಥದ್ದು, ಯಾವ ಸಮಯದೊಳಗೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಮತ್ತು ಯಾವ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ಸನ್ನು ಹಾಕಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಟ್ಯೂಟರಿ ಅಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ದಟ್ಸ್ ಅ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಥಿಂಗ್. But if it's a private audit, then what are the terms and conditions under which he has been appointed? It has to be considered. ಯಾವಾಗೆಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಯಾವ ಟೈಮ್ನೊಳಗೆ ಈ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಆಡಿಟನ್ನು ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಟರ್ಮ್ ಏನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಟೈಮ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಯಾವಾಗ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಸಬ್ಮಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Then what are the different areas of audit? Very important ones. In case of manufacturing concern, there in case of a mobile industry, there may be certain things which are of concern, a particular area. Legal irbodu, patents irbodu, copyrights irbodu, use of technology irbodu. So there are some significant audit areas in each nature of business. So hence he needs to identify, and also about the legal provisions applicable to the business also has to be considered. Plus, he also have to see how well the accounting system is working in the organization, what type of internal control system is working, what are the existing accounting practices followed, and whether there are any areas which he can, which needs to be paid special attention. This he can come to know with the previous auditor's report if he has got access to it. So these are few things he has to keep in mind while preparing the audit plan. After preparing audit plan, he needs to prepare a program of audit. So before starting an audit, a program has to be drawn up. What is this audit program? Audit program is nothing but a detailed plan of work. It's like a blueprint how the audit will happen. ಒಂದು ಮನೆ ಕಟ್ಟೋ ಮೊದಲು ಹೇಗೆ ಒಂದು ನೀಲಿ ನಕ್ಷೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೋ, ಮನೆ ಹೇಗಿರ್ತದೆ, ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಬರಬೇಕು, ಯಾವ ಕಾರ್ನರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಬ್ಲೂ ಪ್ರಿಂಟ್ ತೆಗಿತಾರೋ, ಹಾಗೆ ಆಡಿಟ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಆಡಿಟ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿಯ ಬ್ಲೂ ಪ್ರಿಂಟ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ it comprised of? Audit program is comprised of set of techniques and procedures which the auditor plans to apply to the given audit. So ಯಾವುದೆಲ್ಲ ಟೆಕ್ನಿಕ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರೊಸೀಜರ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ನಾನು ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ ಟು ಗಿವ್ ಅನ್ ಒಪಿನಿಯನ್ on this particular financial statements. ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಅಪಾನ್ ದ ಏರಿಯಾ ಆಫ್ ದ ವರ್ಕ್. ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯ ಕೆಲಸ ಇದೆ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೆಲಸ ಇದೆ, ಟೈಮ್ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ, ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯ ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸಿಬಿಲಿಟೀಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಟ್ಯೂಟರಿ ಆಬ್ಲಿಗೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಇದರ ಮೇಲೆ ಆಡಿಟ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಅನ್ನು ಪ್ಲಾನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ಟು ಬಿ ನೋಟೆಡ್ ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಎನ್ ಆಡಿಟ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್? I told you there are certain essentials of audit program. Audit program ಅನ್ನ ಯಾರು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? It has to be prepared by the auditor because it is the auditor's responsibility to plan an audit program. Finally, it is his responsibility to report it to the management, report it to the shareholders, and if there is any loophole, he will be held responsible. He can delegate his responsibilities, but he cannot delegate his accountability. Hence, the auditor has to be very careful while preparing the audit program. He has to personally prepare it. The second one is it should be done well in advance. Audit program has to be done well in advance before the commencement of audit. Ad hoc basis ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದ ಹಾಗೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಾಯ್ತು ಅನ್ನೋ ಅಪ್ರೋಚ್ ತಪ್ಪು. ಸೊ ಆಡಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಮೊದಲೇ ಈ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಅನ್ನ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ಬೇಕು. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಇಂಡಿವಿಜುವಲ್. ಸೊ XYZ ಕಂಪನಿಗೆ ಮಾಡಿದಂಥ ಆಡಿಟ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಅನ್ನು ABC ಕಂಪನಿಗೆ ಹಾಕ್ತೇನೆ, ನೋ, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಪಾಸಿಬಲ್. It has to be, maybe you can use some basics, but it has to be tailor made or custom made for each business concern. Even if it is in the next business year, ಅದೇ business concern ಗೆ ನೀವು ಮಾಡೋದಾದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ ಆಡಿಟ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಅನ್ನ ಪುನಃ ರಿವ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡುವ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. And in this particular audit program, he shall make a proper allocation of task. ಯಾವುದೆಲ್ಲ ಕೆಲಸಗಳನ್ನ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕಿದೆ, ಯಾವುದೆಲ್ಲ audit work. It may be about vouching, it may be about verification, it may be about documentary verification, it may be about physical inspection of stock. All these works has to be properly listed out and should be distributed to the various audit assistants. And he shall fix the responsibilities. ಯಾರು ಯಾವ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಯಾವ accounting audit assistant will be doing which work is also fixed and is generally will be in the written format. So oral ಇದ್ರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು documentary evidence ಅಂತ ಕರೀಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. So when the audit program is planned for, it is in a written format, which will serve as legal evidence in the days to come. And it also contains detailed procedure. ಯಾವ ಟಾಸ್ಕಿಗೆ ಯಾವ ಪ್ರೊಸೀಜರ್ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ? In case of ledger accounts, ಯಾವ ಲೆಜರ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟಿಗೇಷನ್, ಯಾವ ಲೆಜರ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ಸ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಚೆಕಿಂಗ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ, ವಾಟ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಎ ಟೆಕ್ನಿಕ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಯೂಸ್, ಸ್ಯಾಂಪ್ಲಿಂಗ್, ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್, ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲನೇಷನ್, ಯಾವುದನ್ನು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಎನ್ನುವುದನ್ನು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಎಸೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಸ್ ಎ ವೆನ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಡ್ರಾಯಿಂಗ್ ಅಪ್ ಆ್ಯನ್ ಆಡಿಟ್ ಪ್ರೂಫ್. ಅಲಾಂಗ್ ವಿತ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಫ್ರೇಮ್, ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಟಾಸ್ಕಿಗೆ ಇಂತಿಷ್ಟೇ ಸಮಯ, this is the time within which you should complete. If you are watching sales register, then within 30 days. If you are watching purchases register, within 15 days. If you are watching the payment of salaries, expenses, wages, the time given to you is somewhere 15 days. That means within the given frame of time, you should be able to complete the job. So this will make sure that the audit assistants follow this particular program thoroughly and will be able to complete the job within the time stipulated. That doesn't mean the audit program is a rigid one. It has to be flexible also, because sometimes the things which are not known well in hand may come up during the process of the audit. ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಕೆಲಸಗಳು, ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಏರಿಯಾಸ್ಗಳು ಆಡಿಟ್ ಮಾಡುವ ಸಮಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುವ ಸಾಧ್ಯತೆ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಆವಾಗ ನೀವು ಅದಕ್ಕೂ ಕೂಡ ಸ್ಕೋಪ್ ಕೊಡಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಆಡಿಟ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಅನ್ನ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡುವ ಹಾಗೂ ಆಡಿಟ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. ದೆನ್ the copy of this audit program should be available to all the audit clerks who are engaged in the audit activity of a particular concern, so that they have clarity about what is to be done, when it is to be done, who has to do it, and within what time they are going to complete this job, so that they'll have the clarity. What is the objective of audit program? ಯಾಕೆ audit program ಅನ್ನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? Because auditor is responsible for expressing an opinion on the financial statements. He have to do, and he is answerable to different stakeholders. Ensure that no part of the audit work is omitted. ಯಾವುದೇ audit work ಅವನಿಗೆ ಅಸೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ audit work ಅದೇ portion, ಅದೇ minuscule part ಕೂಡ audit ಮಿಸ್ ಆಗಬಾರ್ದು. Hence he should make an audit program. And clarity in instruction always brings better result. So on the audit program clear cut ಆಗಿ ಡ್ರಾ ಮಾಡಿದ, the audit staff will be able to work with the clarity and with the deadline to complete the job. They will be able to complete their job within the period of time with absolute attention to the work what they are doing. Auditor is also an employer. He is using many people. There are so many audit assistants, but that doesn't mean he will employ more people during the audit work. No, he has to use the same audit staff who are working with him throughout the year. So he should make proper distribution of work. He should be able to utilize several audit assistants together. So he should be able to identify which audit assistant will be doing which particular job. So junior most audit assistants will not be given the job of verification. They may be sent for watching, but senior most ones will be asked to verify the documentary evidences or important transactions or queries which may be raised. Some investigation work will be given to the senior most. Based upon the type of the work, if he is able to allocate, he will be able to get the quality response from this particular audit work. And also, as and when the audit work is in progress, as and when the work is done, the audit program tells us how much work is over and how much more is pending. So based upon which the auditor can further plan for completion of the audit work in a timely manner. And wherever there is a deviation, he can make the necessary adjustments. This keeps the auditor in control of the entire audit work. ಈ ಕಾರಣದಿಂದಾಗಿ the entire audit work will be in the control of the auditor. Auditor can always have enough information, have control over the people who are working in the organization, and he'll be readily available for response over the audit which is already completed. Then the auditor also shall charge fees based upon the type of the work involved, extent of work involved. He shall charge fees. Hence, a good audit program will also help him in preparing a fee report. He can charge the fees relevant as required based upon the type of the work and to the extent of work he has involved. This will further serve as guidance because this audit program can be used as basis for the future years. These are the objectives of a good audit. What are the contents in audit? ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಆಡಿಟ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ನಲ್ಲಿ? ಯಾವ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ಗೆ ನೀವು ಈ ಆಡಿಟ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀರಾ, ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ ಹೆಸರು, ದ ನೇಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಕ್ಲೈಂಟ್, and objectives. As I told you, objectives of the audit is mentioned in the statutory audit. Statute will tell. In case the client has given us the audit scope, then that audit scope has to be mentioned so that there is clarity. When will the audit start? When it is supposed to end? What is the term of the audit? This shall be mentioned. Also, what is the system of internal check working in the organization? Whether it's operational or not operational. If it is operational, to what extent it is efficient? What is the system of accounting employed in the client's business? ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯ accounting system ಇದೆ? Then date-wise examination of the books of accounts such as cash book, petty cash book, purchase, sales sales returns, bills receivable, bills payable, journal proper, ledgers. ಇದನ್ನು ಯಾವಾಗ ಯಾರು ವೆರಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅನ್ನೋದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾಹಿತಿ ಆಡಿಟ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಬೇಕು. ವಿಲ್ ಅಸೈನ್ ಈ ಡೇಟಿಗೆ ಇದು ಆಗಬೇಕು, ಅದರಿಂದ ಈವರೆಗೆ ಈ ಬುಕ್ಸ್ಗಳನ್ನ ವೆರಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಆಡಿಟ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮಲ್ಲಿ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. So what are the merits of an audit program? Advantages. It ensures that all the necessary work has been done and nothing has been omitted. ಯಾವುದೇ ರೀತಿಯ ಕೆಲಸ ಬಾಕಿ ಉಳಿಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಎಲ್ಲವೂ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ. And the second point is the auditor will be in a position to know the work in progress. ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೆಲಸ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಅಸಿಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಇನ್ನೆಷ್ಟು ಕೆಲಸ ಬಾಕಿ ಇದೆ, by what time, whether we will be able to finish the job within the stipulated time or not. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಮಾಹಿತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Then there is uniformity in the work. So ಇದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಮುಂದಿನ ಆಡಿಟ್ಸ್ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯತೆ. There will be uniformity in the work and the same audit program may be used in the subsequent. Further, it acts as an evidence. So auditor ತನ್ನ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನ ವಿಧಿವತ್ತಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾನೆ, ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಹಿಸ್ ನಾಲೆಜ್, ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಹಿಸ್ ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ ಎಸ್ ಡನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳುವುದಕ್ಕೆ ಈ ಆಡಿಟ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಕ್ಲೀನ್ ಆಗಿ ಚಾಕ್ಔಟ್ ಆದ ಆಡಿಟ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಅವನ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಷನಲಿಸಮ್ ಅನ್ನ ಡಿಫೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. He can use this as a defense in case of charge of negligence if such a case arises in the days to come. It can also help as a guiding factor in the future audits because ಒಂದು ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ ಆಡಿಟ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಅನ್ನು ಒಮ್ಮೆ ಮಾಡಿದ ಮೇಲೆ ಬರುವ ವರ್ಷ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಮೇಜರ್ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಏನೂ ಆಗಿರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. So in that case, his burden of preparing audit program will be less in the next sessions. It will help in case if there is a breakage in audit work also, it can help him in resuming his work because there is an exact clarity what work has been done and what work is pending to be done. And it's easy to fix up the responsibility as the audit program already says who is going to do which job, and it will be easier for him to pinpoint and find out who has been lagging behind and what has been done, what has not been done, and who is responsible for such lapses if there are any. Then an audit program facilitates the final review of the work before the audit report is sent. On the final check, whether ಚೆಕ್ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ, ವೆದರ್ ವಿ ಹವ್ ಡನ್ ಆಲ್ ದೀಸ್ ಜಾಬ್ಸ್, ಇದನ್ನು ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಡಿಟ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ದೆನ್ ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ distribution of the work, it's easy for the auditor. He knows what is the amount of quantum of work to be done. He can use his audit assistant and distribute the work in a systematic manner, and the audit work also will happen in a proper sequence. This will be the advantage of audit program. Whereas there are certain demerits, there's a possibility that the audit program may not give certain opportunities to the juniors to make their own contribution, because as audit program is fixed by the auditor, nobody would dare to make changes in the audit program. And the rigidity, if it is very rigid program, then it may not be effective because of the new when there are new challenges or new areas found in during the course of audit. If it is not be even able to be changed or not flexible enough, then the audit objective may not be achieved properly. And when we follow an audit program, it may seem to be very mechanical or monotonous, because of which an audit assistant may lose his initiative, because somebody may be given a vouching job continuously and he may consider doing some other job first than doing vouching, then he is not given a chance. And moreover, it is not suitable for long small concerns, because in case of small concerns, the job to be done by the auditor is very less. So preparing audit program for a small firm may not be economical and may not be equitable also. In case of adopting new techniques, sometimes the auditor has already fixed certain techniques for an organization, and hence the audit assistants are required to follow the audit program, which will prevent them from adopting new techniques, which may become a disadvantage. Sometimes it may conceal the incapacity of the staff also, because inefficient audit assistants may take the advantage of the program. They may say that because your program is telling us to do like this, we could not do it. We have fixed vouching in this particular time, sir, we could not pay attention. So these are the things which may come in case of an audit program once it is fixed. Nevertheless, in spite of the demerits, audit program is a very good approach to audit for efficient and effective performance of the audit work by the auditor and his audit assistants. This we come to an end of the demerits of audit. How can these demerits be overcome? But we should remember that audit program is only a guide. So it is up to the audit assistant to use their intelligent and initiative in the work. They can always use their own knowledge, but with but with the guidance of the auditor, they can always try to improve the quality of the audit program. Auditor can always keep an open session so that the audit staff also can give suggestions in making a audit program or making the audit program more effective. Thereby, it will motivate the audit staff to be more enthusiastic and show their initiative. Audit staff also should be able to make surprise checks outside the audit program, because once the plan is fixed, the client may take shelter under this time schedule and make some manipulations. So when the audit staff is allowed to go beyond their schedule and do certain checks, certain types of frauds or certain inefficiencies may come to light. And again, review of an audit program is important. It cannot be that last year we have used an audit program, same thing will be copied and pasted in this current year, except for the changes in the audit staff name. Then it will become a monotonous audit program. So it has to be reviewed. And in case of an audit program, it has to be seen in the light of the nature of the business. Shouldn't be a program which is blindly followed by the auditor. Then it should be flexible enough to include newer techniques and newer areas of audit, so that it becomes interesting for the audit staff also to perform their job better. This is a sample audit program put up. You can see the date of commencement of audit, everything is given here. They have given what are the different types of documents, audit work to be done, cash book balancing, checking of bank book. So these are the different, this is only a sample copy, not the entire one. So just certain elements are given, and January month date will be fixed by what time it will be done, who will be doing, their details will be given, so that by the end of December, at the time in the month of December, Jan to December, the program is put up with the relevant dates. The certain audit assistants who have been nominated to do this job will perform it accordingly. And he shall put an initial in the relevant column after he has checked an item. So the person who has been assigned checkbook balancing, cash book balancing, he shall put his initial after he has completed the job. So thereby it ensures that the audit assistants who have been given the job have done their job appropriately and performed the audit actively. So with this, we come to the end of this particular session. In the next session, we'll be learning about audit working papers, audit files, and different principles and techniques adopted in the auditing activity. Then see you.